This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hi, I'm Edward. Can I have your account number or your billing telephone number to assist you today?
Could you please confirm your name as it appears in the records?
Hi, thank you for calling.
I'm Jenny. Can I have your account number?
This is John. Could you please provide me the billing telephone number or the account number?
Thank you so much for your patience.
You would be charged as 16 cents per minute for call to Puerto Rico.
$1.39. And can you tell me the card that you will be using?
It's 805-579-27. Am I right? Could you please give me a minute so that I can pull up your records over here?
Every night, thousands of young men and women like these gather in giant call centers all over India, taking on a new identity for 9 hours or so. They are the faces and stories behind the acronym that we know as BPO, a multi-crore business process outsourcing industry that makes headlines every day. A profession which has sparked off a fierce debate over whether it will power India's new economic resurgence or turn our nation's youth into what one writer provocatively called cyber coolies.
This is Sandra. Could I have your account number or your telephone number, please? Thank you for the number. And how can I help you today? Just give me a minute so I can pull up your account. My name is Sandra, and I'm the customer service representative working here at TrackMate.
How old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 22. Hi, thank you for calling. This is Sandra. Could I have your account number or your telephone number, please? That's right. There are calls on hold. There are customers waiting to get on to us. Okay. So there are 4 calls on hold. So that's how. This is Sandra. Could I have your account number or your telephone number, please? Thank you so much for confirming this. Well, our rate to call state to state would be 4.9 cents per minute. That's how. Every 2 hours, I take a look back, a break, and then...
Is it tedious, tiring?
Yes, sometimes you feel that this hole never ends and customers are just flowing in. And you just want this to stop, because it really gets over to your nerves sometimes. But then it's okay, I'm used to it by now, 1.5 years.
And you're really fluent and, you're very comfortable. Has this been training here?
Yes, actually the training that we undergo is very need-based, and the first thing we are trained on is accent. So that's how it goes, You have to talk very fluently to the customer so they understand what you're speaking about. I wanted to study further, but then unfortunately I couldn't because I had to support my family, so that's why I'm here. Excuse me. This is Sandra. Could I have your account number or your telephone number, please? You're calling India? That's right. All right. If you could just give me a minute, I'll pull up his phone number for you. You're welcome. Yeah, she was asking me where we are located because she had called. Hi, thank you.
Thank you so much for your patience. If you could just verify your invoice, you can see that these calls have been billed from your past months. It's not a current bill.
That's how.
My name is Rajiv Nair. I've come all the way from Kerala. And it's almost a year I'm working for the same project here. More than a year.
There weren't too many other options in Kerala?
Not at all. Like, you have less jobs in Kerala. And you don't get paid like this for whatever you do. So, most of my time I spend here. I stay with bachelors. So, I just go to my place to sleep. That's it. Otherwise, all the time I'm here.
Why a call center? Why did you join a call center?
Well, they have good money. And then it's, okay, you work with people like, okay, all are just out of control. Yes, I'm here. I'm really sorry. I'm pulling up your record. Please hold the line for a moment more.
44.65.
Are you supporting your family? Is your salary important?
Yes.
Tell us about how important it is.
That's all. Thank you so much for your patience. Could you please confirm with me the name and the billing address as it appears on the account? I shall explain that to you. It is important to me because I'm the only earning member for my family now. Like, I'm working, my dad is retired, my mom is a housewife, so I'm the only earning member of the family. And
You have to send the money back to Kerala.
yes, I do.
Where in Kerala?
Kerala, it's Kottayam, Central Kerala.
A credit of $13.80 was issued to you, and I can see it has been applied on your account. It is only $40.17. You're welcome, and is there anything else that I can assist you with today? Please feel free to call us for any further assistance. You have a wonderful day, Mr. Avdad. Bye-bye. I'm Rehan Paul. I'm from Srinagar, actually. And I did my schooling from there, and then came to Ahmedabad for doing my hotel management. And then came to Bombay. I was working for around 6 months in one of the leading hotels over here. And I thought I can do better than this, so then picked up this job and started working here. I've been working here since around 1.5 years, and it's a wonderful experience.
What made you leave Srinagar?
No employment there and lack of exposure, so I thought it'd be really good if I move out of that state so that get more of exposure and I learn more about things, how things work in this part of the world.
The money you earn here is not crucial to your livelihood. I mean, a lot of the other people are supporting their families. You didn't have such responsibility.
No, I never had such responsibilities. What I did do is I kind of save some money for my future, and I enjoy simultaneously.
What about criticism that a lot of young people are now leaving college to just earn money?
No, well, those criticisms don't bother me. What I feel is that if you should get on your feet, you should stand on your feet rather as soon as possible. What happens is, it's only this culture exists in India that people think that you should finish your studies and then you should start working. Wherein in say Europe, what people do is simultaneously they do your studies as well as they work.
That's right. Can you hear me, Mr. Bob?
That's the name, the address along with the zip code. Who wants to try? Who's this?
Is this Stacy Kudlika at 555 El Camino, Rio San Jose, California?
I'm sorry, where are you calling from? How do I know? You say you are where you're calling from. I mean, you don't even know how to pronounce my name.
So immediately, what do you say? Come on, you made a mistake, you made an error. What do you say?
1 second. First of all, this last name is pronounced as Kudlichka. Now, for the first time, if I were to see that myself, I wouldn't be able to identify. We could say Kudlika, we could say Kudlichka. Now, if ever you're in doubt as to how a last name is pronounced, how would you tackle that situation? If you don't sound confident, if you hesitate when you talk, if they cannot understand what you say, you can get away with your grammar being a little off as long as you come across as being confident and you know what you're talking about. So it's not... Yeah.
Sorry, may I interrupt?
Yes.
Does that actually ever happen in your experience that someone actually says you don't sound like an
Yes.
American, Dutch, Finnish, whatever?
Yes.
And how would you deal with something like that? Then do you have to say you're in Bombay?
Certain policies, okay, depends on what kind of a project you're handling. Certain companies stipulate that you have to state that you are calling from Bombay, India. Then you have the other, other policies where they say you don't have to state that you're calling from India, and you use the headquarters located in the states as your information.
Why would you feel that the language voice part is important?
The reason is because we'll be speaking with Americans, and we'll be dealing with their accounts, whereas they'll be giving their account numbers, their credit card information. So it shouldn't be that if they come to know that we are an Indian, obviously they'll not like to give their information, the account number, routing number. So that's the reason we should have a neutral accent, if not an American accent, at least a neutral accent, with no trace of our regional accent. Like
For a small word, like, say status. Okay, the Americans say it as status. To remember that and continually, say it in your call. A word like schedule, not schedule. I mean, these are very small things, but very, very obvious. They just, pop out, and then you know that you are not a person who is in America. These are the major differences.
Why the hue and cry about call centers? that we'll be speaking in an American accent or whatsoever. For that matter, when we are staying in India, okay, now in Bombay itself you find people from different religious backgrounds, but do they still speak the Mumbai language or the Bombay language as the so-called? The pure Hindi is different. The language spoken in Bombay, the Hindi that is spoken in Bombay is again different. What are we doing? Are the Mumbaikars trying to impose their Mumbai language on the others? No, na?
Okay, we need to charge him another $10 for that. He said no. Yes.